For the girls, how you doing? Let's do another pick a card. Today it's going to be what do they wish they never did. Yeah, deep voice today and a new scarf from my friend Fatim. Ooh, thank you. All right, let's go. Let's do two pal. We develop. We're going to keep it simple today. You know, it's Sunday and it's my birthday. So here you go. Let's go. That's it. All the news. Okay, one, two. Pile number one, what do they wish they never did? Queen of Wands. Five of Cups, Ace of Cups, Holy Mother of God. So what do they wish they never did? Well, obviously, you know, they have regret. So they realize that they blew it. They really now realizing I had everything to be happy and I blew it. Absolutely. And then they still have that 2 cup there. So they have some hope to come back and maybe reconcile. Okay, but the main information here, regret. They blew it. They've done something so silly. So also maybe what they wish they never did to start with, that was a love at first sight. Maybe for a while they were thinking, why did I fall in love with this person? Why? So you know what I mean? Maybe they thought that for a while. It's not really cool, but you know, maybe that's what they felt. Why did I have to meet this person? Why did I have to be so, you know, overwhelming? I couldn't cope. And then of course I acted wrong, or I did something wrong, or whatever. And now that's it. I'm in that position when I have regret. Now maybe they want to come back with an offer of love, because now they had time to digest that love at first sight. And as I said before, it happened to me once. I had to run away, come back later, but I had to run away. It was so overwhelming, of course, right? So they fell in love with you because look at you. Oh my goodness, Queen of Wands, male, female, doesn't matter. Amazing, luminous, beautiful, handsome, knowing the I am, absolutely, but not being like, oh, look at me, being very humble. You have no idea that you have that luminosity. Maybe now you start to realize a bit, but at the time, you had no idea. You're just being yourself. So, you know, you're easy to talk to. They felt like they could be understood by you, and it's quite rare that they could feel understood by anybody, right? And they blew it. Maybe they thought that you were receiving a little bit too much attention. They were thinking, oh my God, you know, everyone is looking at her or him. I feel a bit insecure. What about me? They don't look at me, or I don't see, you know, what that person will see in me. I have no idea. Insecurity here, right? Of course. But we all have a certain degree of insecurity. That's nothing new. But you see what I'm saying? That was too much at the time. And now maybe they feel a bit more equipped to come back and offer you that cup of love. Overflowing, by the way. It's a lot of love, right? Okay. So when they had love at first sight, wow, okay, of course, it's huge. Absolutely. Oops, there you go. I'm starting to understand a connection. You see what I'm saying? Now they understand the connection. But at the time, they had no clue. Now they understand the connection, the nature of the connection, and now they have regret. I had love right there, and I let it go, or I blew it, or I was just. The thing is, they shouldn't have regret to that level, because you know what? At the time, I don't think neither of you were ready. So they have to let it go. Of course, if they behave badly, of course, they're going to have to apologize. Fair enough, right? And knowing why they're apologizing. But at the same time, maybe at the time, they were just not there. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, it's understandable. And maybe at the time, yourself were not really ready. Maybe you had no idea you had that impact, or you didn't really know, you know, were entering the world. Maybe you were just not like, well, you know, you were a young adult maybe, or young teenager or something. Like, wow, okay, I'm just discovering the world, or, you know, I'm not aware that I have that impact on other people. I have no clue. And maybe still now you don't know, but you do. Clarity, boom. Close your eyes for a moment. Breathe in the blue of the sky. Feel the gentle breeze flow through you. There is peace, there is clarity. A magical healing has just taken place. A gift from your guardian angel. Oh my God. Yeah, They know now. They know now. They know that I blew it. And I had everything to be happy and I blew it. Now they're clear. Now they understand. Now they also see you for who you were or who you are. They don't think that you're going to be like playing them. Not at all. They realize that you were not playing any game. You were just being yourself. And for you as well, you have clarity, like you understand what happened to them a little bit better. Okay? Fascinating. Clarity indeed, because when they come back with that offer of love, oh my goodness. When they come back with that reconciliation here, oh my goodness, right? Wow. Free yourself. It's time to take back control of your life. Yes. Look at that. Beautiful. Yeah. Now they realize that they maybe wasted an opportunity with you because of what? Because of their family, maybe. Because of what other people around them were saying. Their so-called friends. But maybe the so-called friend, they didn't want you around. Because with you around, maybe they were not going to be as available for them. That they were selfish. And they probably say to your person, oh, don't, really, seriously, like, no, she's nothing, or he's nothing, don't worry. It's really irrelevant. And now they realize, oh my God, they may have said that to me so then I wasn't going to be happy. Because some friend, they so-called friend, they don't want you to be happy. They don't want you to succeed. They don't want you to be happy in love. They're like, yeah, because I make them feel better, or they can have access to you more than if you were in a relationship and a happy relationship. Those so-called friends are not your friend. Let's be clear, right? Breaking news here, right there. Okay, part number 2. What do they wish they never did? That's what we do. Judgment. Wow. Ace of Pentacles, the Empress. Oh my goodness. So what do they wish they never did? Well, now they're purging. They realize that they got it wrong. But when you have, judgment, when you have temperance, that big angel is an information saying, okay, you meant to be together. You will end up together at the end of the day. But what they wish they never did is maybe to meet you at a moment when they haven't done that purge. And the timing was not the right time. And now it's about to come very nicely together. So what they wish they never did is maybe they wish that they met you now instead of 20 years ago, or I was not ready. Yeah, and I think as well you were not ready neither. Because what we have here is you being an Empress position, male, female, doesn't matter. Meaning that now you are grounded in your own power. You know who you are. You have a very clear sense of boundaries because the Queen of Swords, male, female, doesn't matter, is right there. This is a fourth queen before you become an Empress. So you are amazingly beautiful, handsome. You are a hard worker. You know how to wait as well and surrender to the universe, and you're very clear on what is yours and what is not, and the boundaries will have to be respected this time. But now is divine timing coming up. At the time you were not an Empress, and let's not forget, the way I say it is an Empress is like the arbor and the Emperor is a boat. So the boat has to go to the arbor, and also because the boat can only go home to the arbor once the arbor has been built. Otherwise, the boat is going to go like, I don't know, where is the arbor? I have no idea. I don't see it. So one thing at a time. It's not because we're old-fashioned in tarot, because that's the way it happened, and that is the way it works. So male, female doesn't matter. There's no gender in tarot. You can be a high priestess and be a man. Doesn't matter. But you are the arbor, and the boat has to come to you, right? So now what they wish they never did is to meet you at the wrong time, because they actually were in need to purge their life, and you as well. There was a stuff that you needed to get rid of. Baggages, emotional baggages, whatever it was. Yes. So then, now we have that divine timing when they can come back to you and, make that offer. And now you're also very much ready to receive. So the timing was not right at the time. So maybe that's why they say, I wish I met you 10 years later, or maybe I wish I met you now, because I'm a little bit more secure in who I am. At the time, I was completely like, woo, I was in a spiral. I didn't even know who was what. Wow, of course, I feel you even though we are apart. Yes, they feel you, right? Because they never forgot you. But now you're here. And the thing as well, they needed to really clear themselves, and you as well, in my opinion, because you don't become an empress or an emperor having a cup of tea and a biscuit. They had to purge to go through a 10 of swords, particularly, or 10 of wands, both, of course. Bingo. So yeah, they feel you, they think about you, they wonder, are you happy without them? Are you whatever? Sometimes maybe they cross your mind too, but you kind of like, whatever, it was in the past, it wasn't meant to happen. It's, it was an experience. I'm chill about it. I'm cool. It wasn't supposed to happen. That's all right. And because of that, actually, I did other things, or I met someone else. Or, you understand, you're cool, right? Divine intervention. How many times do we have this one? You may feel frustrated because something stalls or comes to a standstill. Progress seems painfully slow, yet it is a blessing. This is a blessing. It is divine intervention at work. When the timing is in perfect harmony, all will come to fruition. Absolutely. Timing, it's about to be right. Now is the right time. But now you look back, you realize, well, at the time I wasn't an empress. That person wasn't an emperor. At the time, I didn't do my homework. I needed to purge. I need to go back to my childhood and whatever, all that work. I wasn't there yet. And now, bingo. And now you look back and you're thinking, now it makes sense. But you had a sense of it. It's like almost you had an appetizer or a tester of the menu, and now you're going to have the main course and dessert. You see what I'm saying, right? All about food, I know. Passion, oh my goodness. Allow your heart and soul to sing with joy. Do we have an angel here or what? Boom, bada boom, right? Passion, absolutely. Passion always been there. There was something like you couldn't control, and it was not the passion like slamming doors, or maybe a bit at the time, but not anymore. It would be that passion, but grounded passion, positive passion, as I call it. Absolutely. So gorgeous reading today. Bing, bam, boom. On this not a beautiful day, and I'll see you tomorrow. Mwah. Ciao.